Yard line. At their own 27-yard line. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, Winston. Able to avoid it at the 40. It's caught by Mike Evans. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Jameis now on first down. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 30. Yard line. Result of the play, first down and 10. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Winston now. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Third and long for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it...
Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, 76 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Jameis to throw it. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Design run for their wideout, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Ready, flag, check. Wait, come see.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Going to throw deep for the end zone, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This is taken at the 3.
Let's go! At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass that maybe they just want to do. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But it'll be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a give right side, Coleman. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Throwing, Winston to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Winston pass intended for James Washington. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Sponge! No! Sunday!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check 3, check 30. Just check, flip.
To throw is Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now Winston. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Bound to lose one. He's coming. Double up.
Great.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there. For the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 20. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Third and long, it's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
54 Mike. I'm on. Check 3. 20.
Now Newton on 1st down. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 2nd down.
It certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. "35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Off the play fake, Winston. Got an open man, it's Washington. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play fake, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, he's going to launch it for one. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, yeah, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark. 20. Strip the ball.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Check 43. Flip, slide. 36. Easy.
Winston now to throw on first down. He completes it to Evans. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Ito Smith, his first carry. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
1st down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 64.
Play action now, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Wait.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K'Wan Short giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the pressure gets to him again. K'Wan Short able to record his 5th sack of the season. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. They go play action. Winston. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. White. Check 3. 12 off. Shiv. Watch the shiv. 59's Mike. 59. Let's go.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1. Yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. And Newton's going to keep it.
Oh my goodness, it's going to get to
Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Damn. I'm just seeing what the playbook got right now.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
New playbook, man.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
It is, nigga. Shit, what the hell you mean? Gotta find the
The
right
Tampa
plays and something
offense
that
ready
works.
to get their drive started. And last time out,
can't
went for
even
it on
try.
fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field
You
position,
know what I
turned it
just
6
said?
points up.
Oh my fucking God! This nigga
Jameis
can't throw.
intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury.
How this
And
nigga
he
can't throw it
will
out route, bro?
score.
Oh my
Touchdown,
God, bro! Come on!
Panthers.
Why is they letting this nigga underthrow everything?
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick
James can't
six
throw
makes
the
that scoreboard
ball,
even more
bro.
lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy
Why
in
they gotta
the
do
league,
James like
and I
that?
said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know,
Man,
pretty much
why
over, you
the
ready to go
fuck
to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no.
The man wide the fuck open, man. He just throwing it short.
You
Like,
like
how do
being
you
out there
throw
at the
that
end of these
short?
wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Like, how do you even throw that short like that? Nigga, what you mean? Ain't me, the dude open. If the nigga throw the ball, right?
If
the nigga throw the ball, right? And then it's a new playbook. So.
And this will be a
Nigga,
touchback.
the nigga
as
was
that sails
open.
over
The
end
nigga
line.
did him dirty. The nigga did that nigga dirty, nigga.
The
What's wrong with
Bucs
you?
offense set
That
to
nigga
begin
was
their
done
next
dirty just
possession,
now.
and they gave up the pick six.
That man was
And
done
now they'll be
dirty.
looking to right the
That man
ship
was
here.
done.
Now, as a
That man was
quarterback,
done dirty
are you
just
a little
now.
more cautious this go around?
God,
You
this
should
nigga.
be, just because
This
after
nigga-
what you gave up,
Cause these niggas
but you
ain't
can't be so
blocking.
cautious
Look
as
at
to
that nigga
just
standing
really
there. Why
take
is he just
things
standing
in,
there?
and now
Two
you're
of
not going
them.
to play loose
It's
enough,
two of them
give your
on.
team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful
Two of
because
them
those
on
defensive
right there.
guys, I
Two
know
of them
the
on right
reputation
there.
defense guys can't
Hey, but
catch.
two of them boys that run over there.
Evidence to the contrary on that last
Oh
possession.
my
His
God.
pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Robin
And he
James, man.
will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
That boy won't let me.
Oh, this is becoming
That boy
tough
won't let
to
me throw the
watch.
ball.
I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same
Nigga, the
quarterback
niggas
in
won't
the
let me
same
throw the
game.
ball.
And I
Nigga,
know
you
that
act
many are going to
you act like
scream
you
at the
doing something
coach about,
special.
why did you let him stay out there to throw those?
No,
But
nigga.
truthfully,
No, you
the
not.
odds that
No,
you're
you
gonna
not,
throw 3
bro.
pick sixes in a game. You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
Nigga, what do you
And they will
mean?
not
I
get
ain't
a
trying
chance
to.
to return this one
I'm not
as it's
trying
through
to
the
run.
end zone
I'm
for a
trying to run
touchback.
random plays right now to see what the playbook got. Why? Nigga, the game
The
over.
Tampa offense ready
The
to
game
get
is
their drive
over.
started.
The game
And
is
fresh
over.
off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the
Move, Vic. Why you stop?
he's gotta
Why
be
you
right
stop,
on the
nigga?
defensive
Why this
backs
nigga
who get
stop?
beat for a long touchdown.
Like, how you stop in the middle of a route, nigga?
Right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking
I
care
don't know how
of
that
the ball
fucking
is
stop in the middle of
paramount.
this.
Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive.
I don't know how that
backs
nigga
for
stop in the middle of the route. Got him again.
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out.
I don't know how that
of
nigga
it.
stopped in the middle of a route just now.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first
I
down.
don't care what angle you're coming from, son.
The first down throw for Winston.
Come on.
That's caught by Howard. That
Hey, I
throw
don't
good
care
for
about
4.
that. He open.
It's
Hey, I don't
second
care about
down.
that. He,
Well, they're
the man
already looking to
open.
convert that
They got
into
to throw the
bunch, but
ball.
it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his
What
caliber's
pressure?
hands and see what
Yeah,
kind of
there ain't no
disruption he
pressure.
can cause.
To throw again on second down. Winston.
Them
This
niggas,
one
them niggas ain't blocking.
incomplete.
Them
Too
niggas
much
ain't blocking
contact to
shit.
hold on to that
Them boys
one,
ain't
and
blocking
it's
shit. They
third
just
down.
standing there. That's
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times.
Them boys just
We've seen the
standing out there right now.
interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer,
them
hasn't
boys
he?
just out there
What we've
standing
seen
around.
is a
There
defense
you
is
go.
well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front
Come on, get
putting
up, boy.
on the
Get up.
pressure,
Yeah,
the
that's up.
backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
I don't know what it is, fool.
Use that 5 over 50. Use that 81. Ready to go.
Now Winston on fourth down. And he'll find Washington.
Dad, he
That's
finally did
complete.
one right. Oh my God! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! This game is
Winston,
just
the
ridiculous
offense
right
with
now.
a first
Oh
and
shit!
10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing
game
the
is
ball on
ridiculous
this
right now.
drive. They'll run with Coleman on first down.
Come on, man! How
Everyone in the
that?
building
How that
feeling
so
right there
fucking
as
catch
that
me?
one is going to blow up in their faces.
Oh my God! Look
That's
at that!
gonna go as
He's
a loss
done
of 6,
bird.
and it'll set him back for second down.
You ain't let nobody score, nigga. That nigga be wide open. You got everybody wide open deep, man. You can
White.
you can play it underneath. Okay, just to show you.
Now on second
Oh
and
my
16.
God!
Winston. He's going to let this go for the end zone.
That's roughing the passer, though.
As that one falls incomplete.
Oh, pass interference. Oh, man, don't PI me. Get off me.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Yeah, you did.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called
PI,
good
they what
guys
you
didn't
did.
get a
PI,
call.
PI.
They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
PI,
You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Oh,
Yes,
boy,
they
he's
did.
robbing me.
Jameis to throw it.
Oh, my fucking God.
Incomplete. Another
You see the
incompletion.
fuck I'm talking about?
It's a wonder
You
he's
see
still
the
moving
fuck I'm
around
talking
back there
about?
the number of times
Even
he's
when I
been
get
sacked.
one.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game
Even
like
when I
this,
get
but he's
one.
showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
There you go. Finally caught one.
Calls it in.
He finally
Touchdown
caught one. Ain't
Bucs.
this is shit? Oh, my God.
Mike Evans.
Hey, at least somebody.
With touchdown number
James
7
gonna
on
catch
the
one
year.
right there.
And the Bucs
At least
are
James
able to
wanna-
at least knock
At
this
least James
deficit
want to
down
catch
a bit.
one.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
Nobody giving me nothing. James is James.
They'll try and run it
Oh,
in
my
the
God.
corner. And
Come
he is
on,
not
man.
going to make it to the end
Who's who
zone.
blocking, bro?
And that's pretty
Who
reflective
is
of their
he
game as
blocking?
a
Number
whole. As
65.
they
Who is
remain
this?
down by a bundle.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this nigga ain't blocking nobody. Who is he blocking?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion
This
on to
nigga
kick
ain't blocking
this
a
one away.
damn soul out there. I gotta get used to these plays, man.
This is taken at the 3. And
I
he'll
gotta
take
get
this
used to these
across the
plays.
25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, I'm gonna try having new shit. Don't worry about it, son. We got a whole other
The
season
Panthers
to go.
out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback.
Oh, my
out there.
fucking God,
You go
nigga.
to the back
How?
and let him get some time.
I put you right there in the
Questions in
thing,
the
and
NFL,
this
Brandon,
nigga ran
because I'm just going to tell you,
out.
in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
Shit.
There were blowouts. And in
Oh,
none
my
of
God.
them
Come
did the
on,
starting
yo.
quarterback ever come out of the game for the
This
team
nigga
that had
got-
a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations,
I'm about to say, this nigga made that sack.
Taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
That nigga tired. Look at him. Look at
It'll
him.
go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Here's Newton.
Come here,
And he
bitch.
will find his man on the outside. The completion
Now, you
good
think
for
you
a
see it,
6,
huh?
and that'll
Go
bring
ahead,
up
then.
fourth. Just 2 minutes
Go ahead,
remaining
go
here in the
to him,
fourth
man.
quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You think he open? If you think he open, go to him.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Gun.
It's our time. It's our time. Mike 52, Mike 52. I got you.
Come on, Cam.
Hey, Mike, what is
Good talk
Here
to
we
him.
go on
Come
4th.
here.
And he's going
Stop
to be
doing
taken
this.
down here.
You
Back
said talk to
across
him, man.
midfield, 3 yards
I'm talking to
away
him
from
in the
midfield
backfield.
at the 47. So we were looking at each other up here in
I
the
think-
booth when they went for that, saying, "Oh, wow."
Ain't no
Talking
time,
about
man.
trying
Ain't
to
no
add
time.
insult to injury.
some teams are
Ain't
just
no
like
time,
that.
man.
You know, some philosophies, some
I
coaches.
do it. I want to do it. So
When I got a
it don't
chance to
matter.
put some more points on the board, I don't care what
Come
the
on,
situation,
big block.
I'm
That
going to do it.
goddamn, man.
And they're
10
also the
yards.
same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to
10 yards.
them,
10 yards.
you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith.
Come on, man.
Past
The backer got more.
35, he'll be
The
dropped
backer
a
got
yard
more
or two
yards than my
shy of the
damn
30.
start, man.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston.
Oh, there you go.
Now
Bitch, you better catch that.
desperation throw
Come
deep
on, man.
downfield.
Come on, yo. That's a
Lined up
catch, bro.
incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's
He ain't
second
doing
down.
that.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Come on in, Jim.
On play action, Winston. He finds his target, it's
That's
Evans.
Evans, boy.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Jameis now on 1st down.
Why not?
And that is caught.
Why not?
They're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise.
Why
in
not?
futility
Why
right
should I
now.
not try
Third down
anymore?
big.
You tell me.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't
At
it?
least somebody
Yeah,
catching the
it's just
fucking
something
ball
maybe
today.
positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Give me that.
I agree with you totally on that one.
And
At
this
least
is
somebody
close, so
catch the
they
fucking
do
ball
get
today.
the
We
two.
getting
Still
in
a
the game.
very
Don't worry about
large
it.
deficit,
We
but maybe
getting in the
something to
game.
feel a little better about.
We catching the game. The new
And following the
playbook.
touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
It don't matter though.
This is taken at the 3.
I'll be all better.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out
Better
to the
than next game,
25-yard line.
These new players. Who ain't gonna make it to the playoffs? That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing, sir. I can take all the males and still finish 12-4. That don't mean nothing. But I get used to these plays, man.
Panthers
No
out
one to
there
run them.
ready
Boy,
to
just
begin
come out here
their
running
next
those runs.
drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this
My
point.
God,
As this one is
ain't no fucking way he get a.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly
Come
for
on,
show.
get that timeout, man.
playing the
You better get out with this
Now
ass
the
strip.
Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop
go,
it with
man.
27
Good.
seconds showing on the clock. They'll break the huddle,
Good.
come up
Step
on
down
2nd
here.
and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come on.
Rolling to
Oh,
his
this
right.
nigga.
This one into the
Woo,
hands of the
how the
running
hell
back,
you let me
Balazs.
run this?
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
You ain't
And
nasty.
this is
That
going to lead
ain't
to
just-
another first down as the
That
tackle's
ain't
made at the
big
Bucs'
supposed to be bound right
45-yard
there.
line.
I put tackle that in.
And we will get a
What are you?
timeout
If you think you will
with
score
2
there,
ticks
goddamn,
left.
come on.
52. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
You ain't scoring shit.
Throwing here. Newton
Come here, bitch.
came
Come on.
fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
That's
And it's
touchdown.
picked up by the
You
Buccaneers.
should catch me, boy.
Past the 20.
Oh, my fucking God.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Get the
Big
fuck out of
offensive
here.
explosion helped leading them to victory. And
Ah,
the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.
in the group.